Hey, you know me, I'm just saying. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to handle a helpful hookup. Don't try to say that 3 times fast, may not be easy. The last time we talked, I talked about hookups, but dealing with who you know, how they feel about you, and what they're willing to do on your behalf. And we discovered that sometimes they may not be in your corner, they may not be willing to help. Hookups can like you, but may not be willing to help you, so you really have to learn to help yourself, empower yourself, work on your skills, work on your talents, work on your abilities, work on your resourcefulness. Those are the type of things that you may have to do. But every now and then you can get a helpful hookup. Now, how do you handle it? Well, first of all, I think it's important to be prepared. One definition of luck is when opportunity meets preparedness. A lot of us have heard that definition. But being prepared means being skilled, being trained, putting the time in. I talk to a lot of entertainers, so I use as an example a lot of times things pertaining to acting, singing, voiceover, music, etc. So I'll have to say, if you are interested in that sort of field, it's important to be prepared, because the worst thing that can happen is to have a helpful hookup, someone who can lead you to the door you've been trying to get into, and you're not ready when you get there. Because then that door may shut and never open again. So it's important to be prepared. That's one part of it. And I can't encourage that enough. But another part of having a helpful hookup and getting the most from a helpful hookup is having the ability to listen to the advice that you asked for in the first place, and to follow the advice that you got from the helpful hookup in the first place. A lot of people seem to have a problem with that. If you come to someone for help, for example, if you are interested in going to medical school and you talk to a successful medical doctor, and that successful medical doctor tells you, this is what I had to do to get where I am right now, and they give you steps and they want to mentor you, and you look at that doctor and say, why do I have to do all that? Then you are not taking advantage of a helpful hookup. It happens so many times. People will come to a helpful hookup and want the helpful hookup to help them the way they want to be helped. Doesn't work that way. So to take full advantage of a helpful hookup, you have to listen, you have to follow, but follow the advice of someone who's been there. That's important. Every hookup is not a helpful hookup. Example, if you are trying to improve your marriage, a helpful hookup is probably not someone who's either not married or someone who's been married and they are no longer married because they had a terrible marriage, or someone who is in a current marriage and they are unhappy and having a terrible marriage. Not a helpful hookup. A successful couple is the couple you may want to talk to, listen to, and follow the example. It doesn't matter if you're talking to an expert. For example, I have an excellent dentist. I just don't go to my dentist if I'm having a problem with my car. Not a helpful hookup. So let's review. Be prepared. Be skilled. Be ready. Be ready for that great opportunity. If you get a helpful hookup that allows you a name or a piece of information or gives you a lead into an opportunity, be prepared. If it means, if you're a singer, singing in your car to the radio until your big opportunity comes. I had to do that once. And ended up, that was the only way I could rehearse. Didn't have a lot of people to rehearse with me. It ultimately led to me performing with an A-list national singer on a major national television show. When that opportunity presented itself for me, I was ready. If I hadn't been ready, I'd be telling you the tragic story of how I blew it. Helpful hookups. Be prepared. The other thing, talk to people who've been there when they're willing to help you. Listen and follow the advice or the direction that they give without complaint, and do it without fail. That's all I have for today. But before I tell you to stay hydrated, let me remind you that if you are enjoying these video vlogs, please pass them on to your friends. And you can also push the button right here. It's a share button. It's like way up there. Push it, share it with your friends, or right beneath, you can leave a comment. I'd appreciate that. Stay hydrated. And don't trip unless you fall forward. You know me.